Hi friends, welcome back to Feed the Sheep podcast. I'm your host, Kelsey Keeling with Balanced Ruminant Grazers. I'm a wife to my soulmate Ryan, mother of 4, daughter of Christ, who is always working to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Join me as I share my passion for hair sheep by taking you along as we work to create a balanced sheep flock of Australian whites in South Central Kansas. I hope these episodes and conversations not only educate you, but inspire you to add our sheep to your farm someday. Now let's get to talking sheep. Hi sheep friends, welcome back to another episode. In this one, I just wanted to go over a little bit of background about myself and how long we've been in sheep. I'm all sweaty because I was doing chores, and so I was like, well, I need a coffee break and just to sit for a second. So this would be a good time to keep on filming for the podcast. So a little bit of background on me. I know it says in the intro, but I am a mother of almost 4. We have 3 kiddos on the ground and 1 that is still cooking. He will be here in late September. So we have a boy, 2 girls, and another boy is coming. And they are just my pride and joy. I did not realize that being a mother was going to be like my life's fulfilling work, like the best thing that I've ever done. The most challenging thing for sure, but the best thing at the same time. So it's been a journey for the last, it'll be almost 4.5 years that our kids are all a year and a half apart. So we definitely got the baby phase almost over with, I guess, after our 4th is here and grown up a little bit. But that'll be fun. But the kids stay with me 99% of the time. Right now, they are with my mother-in-law playing for a few more, 40 more minutes. So I don't get that time very often, but when I do, it's nice to be able to do chores without little ones scurrying around my feet. I make it work is, I think, the best thing. Well, okay, what is my saying? I don't remember what, now that I'm on the podcast, like talking about it, but, I try to think of it as that I'm not going to let me having, 3 kids, 4 kids stop me from doing anything. Obviously, there are limitations of what I can actually do, but, going to the grocery store and, I've taken them on so many different trips to go get, protein cubes. Like one time we went to go get irrigation line, and that was like a 5-hour trip in a stick shift pickup. Just me and the kids because Ryan had to work. And, it's definitely one of those things for me that like I don't think I can do it, and I do it, and I accomplish the task of taking them with me and go through the challenges that is having 3 kids in a small pickup, us traveling 5 hours away to go get this irrigation line and then come all the way home. And after I get through those kind of hurdles and hard things, I feel so much better and so much more I can do anything. It's just going to take extra time, lots of extra time. Chores take extra time, which I said in the intro of this podcast that I wanted to share just, quick Bible verses. So I wanted to share one really quick. It's out of Proverbs 31. And I feel like I don't meet a whole lot of other moms that are doing what I'm doing, taking the kids with you all the time. A lot of, I don't even know many moms. I don't know many moms that are farming, actually. If you are one, I'd love to connect with you and, share different ways of how you do things, get things accomplished. I know that there's always things that I'm striving for to get better at. Obviously, the housework. It's more fun to go out and move the sheep. Like, why would I want to sit and do dishes? But anyways, so this is Proverbs 31, and I'm going to start at verse 15, and it is the definition of what my life is right now. It says, she rises while it is still night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hand, she plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. And then I'm going to skip over to 27. It says, she looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women have done excellence, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands and let her work praise her in the gates. So that is what I am striving for and going through right now in my life as a mom of 4, and also trying to be a sheep farmer. But anywho, the other part that I wanted to kind of go talk about was how long we've been in sheep. And I feel like the years have definitely blurred together. But I was thinking back, we purchased our first set of sheep in July of, well, actually it would have been a month prior, but the summer of 2021, we brought our first sheep home. And so we're still pretty new into this, which, like I said, I'm not trying to act like an expert. I feel like that's another thing that I just want to talk about. I am learning, and you're always going to be learning. I just talked to a gentleman the other day who's been in the sheep industry for like 30 plus years. And he's looking at transitioning to Australian whites, which is what the breed that we're pursuing, like going to. And he just really likes the way that they, like their body type and stuff. And so we were talking about it, but he's like, you always have to like be willing to learn and be willing to pivot. And I couldn't agree with that more. Like, just, you have to find what works for you on your farm. And that's just what I want to bring with this podcast, is showing people that there's not just one way of doing it, and you can pick and choose. There's not one way of doing it, but there's not one right way of doing it either. That's our farm name, and our YouTube is Balanced Ruminant Grazers, because we want to find the balance of it. We want to run a profitable sheep flock that is low input, but still able to provide a profit for our family. And just finding that balance is what we want with our sheep. And I hope that this podcast can give that to people. And I hope that I can learn from this podcast, different interviews and conversations and research that I do, find out how to create that balanced sheep flock that is profitable for our family. So that is all. I'll go ahead and just leave it at that. Like I said, I want these episodes to just be short. The first 100 that I'm going to do is all about being a beginner sheep farmer, different questions that you guys might have on how to prepare for sheep, what sheep breed you want to bring into your farm, worming, I don't know, just whole bunch of different topics. So be sure that you are on the lookout for those. We will be doing them, or I will be doing them Monday through Friday. So I hope to see you guys there, and I'm so glad that you're along for the ride. So, okay, we will see you guys in the next video if you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you guys later. Okay, bye guys.